So just popped back from my local comic shop. I love it when it works like this. So this week I've been working early all week. So I've been like waking up about 5:45, and so obviously my body clock's been completely messed up. So last night I think I was ready for bed by about 10:30, 11:45. So I was fast asleep by 11. So I was woke up today 10 to 6. Um, but it's great. Meds could watch WWE from last night. You don't need to know that, but yeah, I'm afraid I'm a WWE fan. But it meant to get to the comic shop just as they opened, which I love. There was only me and one other person in the shop, and it was just great. So, oh, I need to dust. So in the UK this week, this happens quite often at the moment since the whole debacle with Diamond. We sometimes get delays on some titles, like Titan's always like a week or 2 weeks late. And for the past few months, on on certain weeks, Image is normally late by a week, and that's happened this week. So we've had no Image comics. So it is this week a DC. It is just DC. So I live up to the title what Geekyo Hog calls me. By the way, do check out his channel. He does call me a DC show, and today I hold up my hands and admit that I am a DC show. What I'm liking about what I'm doing with our shop, my local shop, Forbidden Planet in Manchester at the moment, is they keep on just rearranging stuff and just seem to get more and more stock in. And what they have done now, they've got a bigger backish, reduced bargain section for like graphic novels, and also what they're doing now. If a Once it gets past the month dates for a comic, it goes into into this back issue box they've got in the center, and they reduced all the DC and Marvel back issues to £2 each. So it's more than yeah, it's about half, literally half price. So it's been great. So I was able to get some recent back issues because of not having a lot in my pull box today because of the image shortages. I was able to get some other stuff. And I'll just anyway, enough preamble. Let's have a look at the goods. So from the back issue boxes, I got Action Comics 195 and Action Comics 196. Like I said, these were both £2 each, and I also picked up from the shelf the most recent Action Comics 1097, and that was 1096, 1095. Sorry. For me, this is the only Superman comic I get. I picked up two back issues a few weeks back of 1093 and 1094, and I did have because that's when I stopped off when I just stopped the comic for a bit to see how it developed. And I read those two issues. I absolutely love them. I don't get the current Superman comic, and I stopped Superman Unlimited with issue 5, I think. But Mark Waid is just having a blast with Action Comics. For me, this gives me the feeling I used to get when I used to read the Superman comics back in the heyday in the late 80s, early 90s. It's got that really nice, nostalgic but modern flavour to it, what only Mark Waid can do, where it's very much rose tinted glasses, but in a very accessible and just lovely way of writing. I've said this before about about Action Comics now, how it's focused on Superboy, and it feels like Superboy the Wonder Years because you get the grown up Superman doing like the the introductions via these boxes of text, etc., and it's just so good. If I don't think this comic gets talked about enough. Superman, obviously, because of having Dan Mora, pardon me, on art predominantly, or Eddie Barrows, and also Joshua Williamson doing the writing. That obviously gets all the flowers from all the fanboys. But for me, this is my preferred Superman comic. This is one that I get most joy on because there's no tie. It doesn't tie into anything because of it being set in the past. It's its own unique beast, and the story what Mark Waid is developing and building up is just wonderful. And I love how he writes Mar and Pa Kent as well. I highly recommend if you've been sitting on this, so you just got the first few issues and you stopped, get back into it. You're missing a treat. It's fantastic. So I'm up to date with Action Comics, and then next up we've got the next issue of Nightwing. So Dan Watter's obviously on writing and Dennis Cowan doing artwork. And I must say the art is better than last time. It felt like Norm Rapmond kind of drowned Dennis Cowan's pencil work last issue. but there feels much more of synchronicity between the two now. This feels much more like your classic Denys Cowan, so looking forward to that. Then New Titans, the first new issue 33 by the team of Tate Brombo and Sam Basri was amazing, very meta, and this looks like it's carrying on, just completely reinvigorating and reinventing what you can do with a Titans comic. So looking forward to reading that. I most likely will do a follow-up review of that to see if it still stands the test of time with its second issue. I will be doing a review of Lobo too. I don't know how long I'll do the next level titles for. Most likely like the first 4 issues. I'll do reviews and then move on to the next thing. But once I've read this, I'll do a review of it. And I'm going to carry on doing like monthly reviews of all the Vertigo titles. So issue number 3 of End of Life, with gorgeous art by Steve Pugh. Lobo has gorgeous art by Jorge Corona and written by Scotty Young. And then we have Absolute Batman. So this has the Absolute version of the Scarecrow. Cannot wait to dive into that. And then obviously I'll be doing a review of this as well because it's a next level title. And I was I think this was my favourite next level title, which might be in the minority, I don't know. I really enjoyed the first issue. So really looking forward to Deathstroke and Terminator number 2. So yeah, so that's the whole, just 9 issues in total. So Deathstroke, Absolute Batman, End of Life, Lobo, New Titans 34, Nightwing 137, and then Action Comics 1097, 1096, and 1095. I don't think I'll be going to the comic shop next weekend, but I will be going the following weekend because the reason I'm doing that is because I'll be going on the weekend and there's no point because I finish work for a few days holiday the Thursday afterwards, so I might as well get both weeks together, and it means and that's when I get paid as well, so I can get a few more goodies. So it'll be a much bigger haul video because I must get some graphic novels as well. So that's it, and there will be more videos to follow later. Bye.